Hello, 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 hello. And welcome to a Prog Reborn. My name is M. Kostler, and this is my progression style playthrough of... Sorry, this is not a Prog Reborn. I just go into it because I remember that's what I'm supposed to say at the start of a stream. This is Let's Play Dawntrail. My playthrough of the Dawntrail MSQ and any other Dawntrail related things that I decide I want to stream. If you'd like to know when I go live for these streams, you can always join the community Discord, !Discord into the chat. That'll get you the Prog Reborn community Discord. But I post whenever I go live for these type of things in there as well. You can also subscribe to the channel. Best and easiest way to get those go live notifications. And obviously this is a Dawntrail stream, so if you are worried about any sort of Dawntrail spoiler, then you better scoot on out of here, because we are about to get into the MSQ. So where we left off, we were in Shaolani, with everyone that I'm giving a southern accent to. We just met the folks who essentially are reflections of, or are the source of the first reflections of the folks in, is it called Right? Let's go here, here. Twine, that's what it's called, Twine. There was a earthquake. They described it as an earthquake, but then they said it felt a little more like an explosion than an earthquake. So we're trying to figure out exactly what's going on there. I feel like there's something weird with the FPS. Let me turn back on the indicator. We're making sure that it's not being weird. Okay, it's just me. Yeah, well, it seemed like there was some sort of explosion happening in Shaolani that caused the tracks of the... That is really funky, and I am losing some FPS when I'm doing this. Interesting. Just pointing down here, it must be the lighting. That's really weird. Yeah, mess up my graphical settings a bit. Turn you down to normal. Seem to make it worse. Dun, 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 dun. Bring that down to weak, maybe? Sorry, I'm just noticing how low the FPS is in this particular area. Trying to figure out. Completely distracted. Trying to figure out what's going on here. better? A little better. I think I can live with it. God, there's just that huge stutter when I'm looking in this area. Anyways, let's not get distracted. There was a big explosion in Shalawani, and the folks in the area thought it was an earthquake, then thought it was an explosion. We are attempting to repair the explosion, or repair the train tracks. We had to go and get permission to get some logs from some Hetsaro tribe members. We gained permission. We also told them about Kuana, or corrected some misconceptions that they had about Kuana. And yeah, we're moving on from there. Let's head back to Mewah Hetsoan. And give me a second, I need to mess with my AC. Alrighty, apologize for that. As much as I've been disliking the questing in this zone, or at least the introductory questing in this zone, the music is incredible. The land would tremble. Aaronville regards the pile of timber with undisguised weariness. Why do we wait? We could get started moving the timber to somewhere more accessible. It shouldn't take long if we split the work. The music in the zone is incredible. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to complete the task. Even the town theme, I think, is good. I think the day theme, the day and night zone themes are probably better than the town theme, but it's still very good. I should think this will be enough. That was mighty kind of you to move all that lumber. Sorry we didn't make it back sooner. We'll see to the rest. Once we've repaired the tracks, we'll have you on the first train out of town. Ain't that right, Chief? As much as I'd love to make it so, there aren't any spots available. You'll have to wait for the one after, I'm afraid. You'll be riding free of charge. It's the least we can do to repay your kindness. That's fine. Namika and a few others were here long before we arrived. It's only right they go before us. I hope you'll stop by and see the train off. It's a breathtaking sight, let me tell you. And Nita Weekwe will be driving. No engineer compares to her. It's always a treat to watch her work. The only work we should be worried about is our own, Shinza. And we still got more to do. Still got more to do. Still more to do. I'll find somewhere quiet near the station to pass the time. If there's anything else in Shalawani you're keen to see, I'll leave it to you. We did, at the end of the stream, or off stream, I should say, do the Aethernets. Not Aethernet, Aether Currents for there. So we only have... Oh, we have 2 more? I thought we did 2 here. Oh, we only did 1 here. That's interesting. We'll handle the rest of the work from here. You just sit tight now. My thanks again for your timely assistance. Won't be long now before the tracks are fixed and you're on your way. It'll be good to have that train running again. Miss the sound of her barreling down the tracks. These look really awful. Let's go back to there. Anything else? I think I had this at maximum. This was the only thing that we changed. The shadow softening. Only other thing that we changed. Because I know that was killing the frame rate earlier. How do you feel of the sights? Well, they appear to have almost finished. Several cutscenes will play in a sequence.
Machine indeed. I hope Namika was able to secure a seat. Here she comes!
Pretty short train. You don't think you can add more more cars to that?
Managed to resume service much faster than anticipated. You have our gratitude.
There's nothing so enchanting as a cerulean-powered engine in motion.
Ain't that the truth? Don't think I'll ever tire of watching them chugging along. They make wagons look like toys.
Yeah, it's a southern accent.
And so long as we can lay the tracks, she can go on and on and on. Before you know it, she'll be crossing the entire continent.
Chabral has a southern accent. Not sure the blonde has a southern accent.
Yasolani.
Yasolani.
And from an operational standpoint, we still have much to learn. There's always some problem or another to deal with. But we'll keep working at it. We'll hone our craft and continue expanding till one day our trains are running coast to coast. That's the ultimate dream. Goodness, I completely lost track of time. By now, I expect the train will be nearing Yasolani. When it returns, we'll see you on your way. So if you've got any preparations to make, you better make them quick.
Not another one!
You can't be serious.
Warped? Okay, no. They're all staring at something.
Gods have mercy.
What in the flying? What's happening?
Oh, the train. Nitobikwe and the others.
Go quick.
My home lies that way as well.
We're going to investigate. Right now!
What in the world? Are they heading for Tuliolal?
Follow that airship. Right back in Tuliolal. Got owned.
Heavens forfend.
You're here. Good, good. They came from the sky and attacked without any warning. The people need our help.
Can you stand?
Try to remain calm, everyone.
What the?
I don't know what they are, but they're not men.
This is the old lady supporter.
Someone help me, please! Oh, oh.
Damn, she got owned.
Bastard!
Can I have his armor? Blue and orange. That's supposed to represent.
What did it just do?
Here's Bakul Jaja.
Save the folks. Just get to safety. I'll hold the line here. Fall back to the palace.
Quickly, before it's overrun.
Thank you, Bakul Jaja.
This is simply how I do things now. So, who wants to taste my blade next?
This lady. Nice poppin', nice poppin'. Zeralja fucking decked out. It's Kettenram just standing there for
But you should still live.
Zeralja?
By the gods, what has happened to you?
This is your butchery, isn't it? After everything you've done in service to the throne, how could you betray us?
My demand is simple. The dissolution of Tuli Yolal and surrender of all its territories. Refuse, and I will kill every last one of you.
Have you gone mad?
No, my ambition remains unchanged. To teach the masses the folly of war, that they cry out for peace, and thus unite the world.
What has changed you so much and in so short a time? You harmed the very people you swore to serve. This is an unforgivable deed committed by my son. My son!
You have heard my ultimatum.
And you will have my answer. By my hands, I will end your madness.
Papa, wait! I should be the one to do this.
No. His sins are mine to bear.
Fear not. Ozoralja is strong. He has never been Father's equal in combat.
I believed you long dead. To have the chance to kill you myself is an unforeseen blessing.
You talking about? I get what must be happening. I'll let this play out and then I'll talk about it.
Farewell, Zoralja, my son. And forgive me.
Definitely not dead.
What? Despite his old age, the mighty Gulul Jaja remains a fearsome foe indeed. You retain the vitality of two souls, despite the passing of one. I shall even the odds.
Kaioken times 50.
Papa?
Even the blessed are mortal.
Father!
You are no match for me.
Murderer, on my honor, as vow of resolve, I'll make you pay!
So the once faint-hearted girl would live up to her title. Very well. If only to demonstrate the disparity between us, I give you a chance to prove yourself. Rally the entirety of your strength. Lay siege to my kingdom. Strike me down, like I did father. Then, will you be his worthy successor?
Sriracha, wait!
My warships will remain in your skies. When you fail to prove your worth, I shall order them to lay waste to Tuli Yolal. Choose your next steps wisely.
Y'all, he got stabbed in the heart. Okay, there's a couple lines in there. Let me make sure I can get the event announcements. NPC dialogue. Dialogue announcements. Does not go back. Guess not. Well, we'll have it for later. So there's a couple things that happened there. He said, I thought you long dead. That makes me think that he, essentially wherever he went, when he went through to the City of Gold, was some kind of a hyperbaric time chamber kind of thing. He thinks that it was however many millions of years or however long, or blah, blah, blah. While you know, it's only been a couple days for you. Two, something or someone is controlling him, or twisted him, or spoke sweet whispers. I thought that it was Cirilja who spoke sweet whispers to Zoralja. You know, Grima Worm-tongued, but we saw right before Zoralja went into the City of Gold, he killed Cirilja. But it seems like at some point, some number of years ago, maybe 3 years ago, when Zoralja took over for the Landsguard, He did something, discovered something that changed his personality. He also talked about when he was in right after we fought Valigarmanda that he hadn't yet proved himself the miracle. Which you could think that it's just like an ambition thing, but to kill your own dad and like all this talk about like I want us to know war so that we know peace. It's all just really weird. I still don't really understand his motivations for why he's doing all this. And then obviously we're going to have to learn a lot more about the world that he built while inside the City of Gold. Father, no, this cannot be. How could this happen? We did everything we could. Everything, but it simply wasn't enough. Cryle, there's Cryle. I can scarcely believe my eyes. 12 have mercy. Just giving him a southern accent. No, Papa. Can't die. He can't. Oh, Lord. Uklaman is struggling to process what she just witnessed. How could this happen? We better be going right back into a cutscene. He's still not dead. He's still breathing. Unless it's just a remnant of an animation. No, he's still there.
I am beyond saving.
Father, please. You can't give up.
Are you there, oh friend?
I'm right here. I'm right here.
Look after my children.
What? I'm an old fossil like you. I've only got so many years left. But if that's what you want, it would be an honor.
You and I must go on another journey together someday.
Aye, you can count on it.
Oglamat. Kona. The graves of the Yokwi. You saw them, yes? I always found their teachings comforting.
Please, Father, you must save their strength.
Our flesh may wither and die, but so long as we are remembered, we are never truly gone. Through you, my hopes survive. Through you, I live on. So do not mourn me. Walk tall and see our nation to a brighter future.
Lul Jaja was so proud to be succeeded by his children. They will never get to see them carry on his legacy. What can we do now? At a time like this, we must take the initiative. There will be countless people in need of help. Did he not? Well, I guess Kettenram can say. But I don't understand. We must see to the people. Assess casualties, as well as any damage done to the city. Yes. If I'd only been more careful. Yeah, Kettenram can say what happened 20 years ago. I imagine. Right, so, Valwiklamat, Valkwana, I bring word from the city. The enemy is withdrawn and the Landsguard have begun rendering aid to the people. Casualties within our ranks have hindered progress, but we continue to do all we can. I thank you for the report. Please inform the Guard that they are to prioritize such efforts until further notice. The people. I need to help them. Stupid outfit. I can't wear this. We'll assist you in whatever way we can, of course. Thank you. Thank you. There are sure to be wounded everywhere. More than I could count. We'll split up and help all of them. You can... you can count on us. Why would they give you this outfit right now? Oh. Alphino and Alizé, could you take the Bayside Bevy? And Kyle and Aaronville, the Palace Perimeter? And Gimp Boy. As for M, please come to the Resplendent Quarter with me. We'll all meet back here afterward. God. Okay. Oh, new music. We've heard this before, though. I don't remember where, though. It might have been down when we learned about the Blessed. Yeah, it was, because I remember pointing out the Torn from the Heavens riff. Should be alright now. My thanks. I'll be fine now. But we failed to protect the people. Why did so many have to die? Where were Val Wuklamat and Valquana? Oh, they're not to blame, I understand, but... I do, but... I still need to clear my head. On the door? I don't think so. Our weeping citizen. Thank you, sir. But my husband and son, they were... I was joking in a buddy of mine's chat whether we're gonna get a third expansion in a row there where an enigmatic bad guy retells us of the calamities they witnessed with voiceover in the as we go through. And I don't think so. We're probably gonna get some stuff in the city, but we'll see. Thanks. I think I'm all right. Did you see them? Those soldiers? They look like people, but they killed with no hesitation. If they attack us again, can we hope to defend ourselves? They killed, and then they, like, sucked people up. Where are you hurt? Thank you, I thought I was done for. I had something disturbing. The enemy leader, they said he looked like Zawalja. But that can't be true, can it? Why would the first promise attack his own people? But if it was him, what happens now? Is he going to come back? What do we do if he does? You know what? Let's take this quest with this precocious Mamulja in the middle of this. Splendid Quarter. Although seemingly uniform in appearance, a closer look at these domiciles reveals the eclectic adornments added by the residents. The decorations emblematic of each inhabitant's land of origin. If Tuliolo were a giant bird, then these richly colorful homes would form its resplendent plumage. Thank you. The pain is better now, but I can't stop shaking. Where do they come from? Why do they attack us? Why are those things still in the sky? We had peace under Gulujaja. We were safe. But now... they're immediately gonna turn on their new... their new leaders. Oh, we're going to Wuklamat. You finished aiding the people here? Thank you. There were children among the wounded. Children. Now isn't the time. There are still others who need help. You go and see how things are at Talon March. And afterwards, go and find Alice at Bayside Bevy. I guess we're just gonna go all the way around, so I might as well. Perfect time to take this quest from the drum major. That might be the artifact gear. There's no evidence of significant damage from the battle. The fighting did not spread this far, it seems. Fresh scorch marks on the ground are doubtless from the enemy assault. Why, what do we do to deserve this? The shop appears to have weathered the chaos, though its wares have been strewn across the floor. This is definitely an instance where WoW is a little bit better on something like this, because you can... it's not instanced. So all these folks are just, you know, oh, hold on, I'm making my crafting shit. When we should have, it should be, the mood should be set. The port remains unscathed, but the enemy ships continue to loom overhead. There they are. Boom, boom. Where do you want me to go? Back here to Bayside. All this wreckage. You're all right. What happened? I've helped all those I could find, seen them delivered into the Landsguard's care. As many casualties as there are, it would have been far worse if the Landsguard hadn't fought as bravely as they did. If Zoalja actually meant to harm the people. I mean, look around, the buildings are hardly damaged. I suspect his aim was more to incite fear, show that he could strike wherever he pleases. But we can discuss that later. How is Lamati? But after what happened to her father, she's trying so hard to fulfill her duty to the people. Still, everyone has their limits. She needs rest, and soon. Someone mentioned seeing her head toward the shore. Perhaps she's gone to the Gornitruk Gleam Sands. Talk to Alphino over here first before we head there. The people are shaken. Must do what we can to help them, and quickly.
Steady now. I've brought you medicine. Drink.
The old lady.
There you are, Lamachi. I was beginning to...
Come on. Come on. Take it. Please.
Lamachi. Lamachi!
How? How could I?
Look at me, Lamachi. You need rest. You and him both. I will tend to this soul.
But my people... I have to help them.
The Landsguard have matters well in hand. Trust in them. If there's another attack, your people will need you to protect them. They'll need you to be sharp. So please rest. Consider it your duty.
I stood before them all. Said that we'd build a nation where everyone knows happiness. So much for that promise. What good is a vow of resolve who cannot save her people?
Won't save your people by brooding.
You're right. This isn't the time for soaking. Thank you. My head's a little clearer now. I need to concentrate on what I can do rather than what I can't. We've dealt with unfriendly factions before. From Yokhui still longing for conquest, to adherents of blessed siblings, people who are unwilling to listen. Even so, I believe that by learning about one another and engaging in good faith, we could peacefully settle our differences. And we did. My brother is different. There'll be no reasoning with him. He killed our people, our father. He'll stop at nothing to achieve his goal. What's more, he has power. The power to destroy the peace we've worked so hard to preserve. If I'm to protect that peace, then I must fight. I must confront Zorolja and kill him.
I'm fine. I just need a moment to settle my nerves. Thank you for being there for me. For urging me on despite all my sulking. Sitting around complaining isn't very leader-like, is it? So much has happened so quickly, I struggle to make sense of it all. Strange soldiers, those floating ships, the new power Zorolja commands. Given everything that he's done, and still intends to do, I know I can't afford to run headlong into battle. No, not this time. I cannot let this terrible pain in my heart lead me astray. But I will make it my strength. Strength to do what I must. Right, I'm headed back to the palace. I need to talk strategy with Quan. Could you and the others join us in a while? However we decide to proceed, I want you all to be aware of it. Oh, and could you tell Alize I'll be alright? Probably a base head, Bevy. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Guess we can go there. Now we have at least one down. Oh, you're back. By that, I take it to mean Namati is feeling better. She needs to be strong for the people of Tyrol. I understand that, but she doesn't have to do it alone. So if she intends to fight, then we fight together. That said, we should know exactly what we were up against. What do the pants look like? Pants are not ridiculous. I don't know what I mean by that. They definitely are ridiculous. Alize regards the fallen soldier thoughtfully. It's clearly not a person, but it doesn't look like any automaton or magitech weapon I've ever seen. As far and wide as you've traveled, perhaps you've encountered something similar before? But those were people. The two factions fighting, the freedom fighters and the global citizens. Would you mind taking a closer look? It may yield some clues as to Zorolja's new powers. From a distance, it appears to be simple armor, but upon closer inspection, its construction is quite intricate. Material from which it is made is unclear, and you see no signs of a power source. It's a Covenant rifle. Covenant plasma rifle. The general shape of this weapon resembles a gun, but its construction suggests it's far more advanced than everything you've seen before. In place of where its eyes or mouth might be, you see a strange sigil on the front of its helm. So what do you think? Looks like a person, but it's clearly mechanical. Indeed, while it resembles a person, it has features that make it uncanny, like the lack of a face, not least of all. You see any sign of a power source? No, but they did suck the soul out of that person. So it probably doesn't run on ceruleum or any other conventional fuels. I tried channeling ether into it earlier, but there was no response. It would seem to rule out it as an arcane entity. Completely lifeless now, a far cry from the unstoppable enemy it was in battle. Even the material it's made of is a mystery. Rather than a metal, it's more akin to stone. But haven't we seen this somewhere recently? Skydeep Sinote. That's right. The glowing stone used in the chamber with the gate to the Golden City. While the soldiers are of different color, the warships are the same black as the stone of the gate itself. There has to be a connection. Let's share observations with the others when we gather at Sunperch. The sooner we get to the bottom of this mystery, the better. This way is probably our best bet. Okay, they got rid of the folks talking about the tacos. That's good. So the zone instances, but... Oh, right. Someone reminded me of this. Where do I put this? Typically, I've put gap closers and the like on Control Q, but that's going to be really hard to change my thought on. I think we do it. Get rid of the lolly-ho. We do the gap closer there. Anything else new? Get Divine Caress later. I've also had them before on Shift Q, but Shift Q being my dot button for all my healers is more important than whatever I have up there. Looks like everyone is here already.
Thank you for coming. everyone. And thank you for taking charge in the relief effort. We would have fared far worse without you.
Someone had to do it, that's all. Come, let's take stock.
In terms of casualties, at least 50 died in the attack. And many times that number are wounded. All available healers are seen to their care. Structural damage at least is limited, so essential business can be conducted without issue. That said, the people are understandably shaken. We must assuage their fears and begin working to restore things to normal as quickly as possible.
Now, the most confounding mystery remains our enemy. And their mechanical soldiers created with technology that surpasses anything I've ever seen. What is their nature? And how did Zoralja manage to bring them under his command? Such things remain unknown.
They emerged from the dome encasing Yasolani. We're quite certain of that much.
Speaking of the dome, we have some theories, I'm told.
Indeed. I would like to call upon some helpers to join the discussion. May I invite them here?
By all means.
It's me. Permission has been granted. You can come in.
Inquisitoriange? You have to be so secretive about it, or did she get Ishtola to show up?
Greetings, everyone.
Oh, it's Graha, sure. Just hiding Ishtola there behind Ketten Rom.
After that long voyage, I had hoped that we might be afforded a moment's rest, but I gather circumstances are quite dire.
All is well in the Annex, never fear. I've already dealt with the most pressing matters, and others hold the fort in my absence.
Ojika?
Following the changing of Dawn servants, Gulul Jar Jar spoke about the Golden City to his two successors.
Okay, sure.
Thanks to Wuplamat, I was allowed to attend that meeting.
Okay, so while we were out doing our shit.
What I heard led me to conclude that this was a matter for the students. Thus did I call upon our comrades who possess the requisite expertise. It was actually after that the dome manifested. But, based on what we know, I have reason to believe that it is connected to the Golden City.
While we're eager to help, we have limited familiarity with the situation. Might we trouble you to explain from the beginning?
As you know, it was a letter I found tucked away in the Baldessian Annex that brought me to Tural. A letter from the Dawn servant addressed to my grandfather, sent some 20 years ago.
The request to investigate the City of Gold.
Indeed. The strange thing is, there was mention of neither Tural nor the city in our records. Hoping to learn the truth of my grandfather's mission, what he did and saw, I volunteered to help in the rite of succession. At the end of which, I was able to hear the tale from Galul Jar Jar. Like us, my grandfather went to the deepest chamber of the Sky Deep cenote. And, like us, he saw the gate to the Golden City.
Is that what you required our help with? This gate?
It was. You see, the gate was opened once in the past. And
it led to another reflection.
I can take the story from here. Considering my part in these affairs, I reckon maybe I'm best equipped to speak on the matter. I was there too, you see. In those ruins, together with Galuf and Galul Jar Jar. And what I saw that day, I'll never forget.
Galuf? I don't think I've ever seen him.
Black stone is remarkable.
Because I haven't done Eureka.
I cannot help but wonder if the structures in this part of the ruins were built by a completely different civilization.
It was over 1,000 years ago that the giants mined here. Their records make no mention of glowing stones.
It harbors high concentrations of ether, and on the surface are what appear to be arcane patterns. They aren't Allegan, or Mahi, or Nemian. If anything, they put me in mind of the calculations of the South Sea Islanders, but even then...
South Sea Islanders, Lalafels.
Seven hells! What did you do?
Nothing.
An earthquake?
None of this has ever happened before.
A void gate? Nay, this is different.
This is not what I figured. I thought it was the other way around. That's tight. I wonder if they don't know what she's saying.
Why would you...
Now what's this?
What is this? Who are you?
That's tight.
Though it never opened again, Galuf continued to study the gate for years after that, hoping to learn something of value. All he could conclude was that it was built with unknown technology, and that it led to another world, one apart from the Void. We'd assumed the ruins themselves were the Golden City, only to discover that the real prize actually lay beyond the gate, and beyond our reach. Couldn't make head nor tail of the artifact either. As it had similar properties to the black stone in the ruins, we were convinced it was important, so Galul Jaja took it to the palace for safekeeping. Galuf, meanwhile, took the baby with him back to Charlian and raised her as his own.
Then the child was...
The earring inside the letter to my grandfather. It was apparently found amongst my swaddling clothes.
If this is true, then it means that you hail from another reflection.
So it would seem. I still struggle to take it all in myself. Looking back, Grandfather was always quick to seek distractions whenever I broached the subject. But never would I have guessed anything like this. But enough about me. We have more pressing matters.
No, I want to know more about you.
Forces that assailed Tuliolo. You suspect they are somehow connected to the Golden City?
Thinking back on it, the soldiers looked like they could have been made from the same black stone.
And leading them was Zeralja. His involvement also lends weight to the theory. On the day of the succession ceremony, a bandit took me unawares and knocked me out. When I came to, I found my home turned upside down, with a few particular items missing. Namely the keystones I was entrusted with, for my role as Watcher of the Gate.
The bandit? You believe that it was...
I only got a glimpse of him, but I was a blue-scaled Hubigo. I know of no other.
The artifact stored at the palace was also stolen. The thief struck during the ceremony, and the guard was spread thin.
So our assumption is Zoranger somehow opened that gate to another reflection, where he acquired advanced technology and his mechanical army.
It fits. And if he did, then it's also likely that the dome is a product of this unknown
That's
reflection.
why the time difference.
Hold on. We've been going on and on about the reflections, but what of my home? What's become of it?
Going to find out.
Indeed. Where it concerns other realities, I dare say the Scions are best suited to tackle the task.
You can say that again. We've been to the literal edge of existence. Some mysterious giant dome shouldn't scare us.
As you know, our order has ostensibly disbanded. We'd thank you to be discreet about our unofficial reunion.
Huh. Worry not. We'll spare no effort to get to the bottom of this. And with our hero eager to help, you can be confident of the results.
I'm coming with you. If that's where my brother is, then that's where I must go. I can't say I understand everything you're discussing, but I know what I have to do. I have to put a stop to Zoranger and restore the people's happiness.
Suffice it to say, I share Lamachi's desire to join you. However, under these circumstances, it would be unwise for both vows to be absent from the city. As such, I shall remain in Tuliolal. Come what may, I will protect our nation. So go forth, sister, and do what you must.
Thank you.
It may be prudent for us to likewise divide our forces. While one group ventures into the dome, the other keeps guard without.
Agreed. There's something I wish to investigate out here, so I will remain.
I as well. The enemy's warships still loom overhead, and I would see that we are prepared for the worst.
I wish to go to the dome. As a student, I have an obligation to investigate this potential threat to the world. But I'd be lying if I said I'm not deathly curious about my origins. If there's aught to be learned, then I want to learn it.
In that case, please let me come too. I have to see what's become of my home. I may not be a fighter, but I know those lands like the back of my hand. I can guide you.
If you hadn't offered, I would have asked. We're counting on you.
I'm not one for waiting around, so if it's all the same to you, I'll join the dome crew.
You should accompany them, Graha. I expect your knowledge and experience will be useful. In the meantime, I intend to learn what I can about the gate, and will keep you apprised of my findings. Pray do the same.
Assuming communication is possible from inside the dome, we'll maintain contact and share any developments. It seems our teams are assembled. A fine roster, I think.
Looks good to me. We'll find a way to deal with the threat. For the sake of Tural.
It's truly heartening to have you at our side for this. Thank you, everyone. Now, before we set off, there's one thing I need to do. The people are still shaken by the attack, and I'd like to reassure them as best I can.
Come on, I don't need to hear more of your speeches. Well, let's get moving. I know it makes logical sense. If you're gonna leave, you need to say something. Oh god, what am I gonna do for Graha? I'm indebted to Ujika for overseeing our operations in my absence. I'll endeavor to make myself as useful as I can here. I had a Graha voice from Prog Reborn, but I can't remember it, so I'll just do my best, Jonathan Bailey. Then Ishtola, I think it was just a deeper, generic female voice. Another reflection encroaches upon our own. But how and why now? Please be safe. We'll find a way to breach the dome. We'll make sure everyone inside is safe. Embarrassing to think how Zoralja caught me unawares, but I've no doubt the bastard came to kill me. I reckon he would have succeeded were it anyone else. Thought him taking the key would lead all this. This talk of reflection is perplexing, to say the least. I'll be glad for your help in understanding and overcoming the crisis. I struggle to believe I am from another reflection. I wonder... I was just gonna bring this up. Is me my soul's thinner than a native of the source? Surely not. Ishtola would have noticed. That's just so much I don't understand. My head is ripe to burst. Huh. That's true as well. So I guess there's even more mystery. I fear we need to know more if we're to defend against another assault. I know what I have to do now. Before investigating the dome, we'll come out and wish to see to one important matter. I know we're in a hurry to set off, but before I do, I need to address my people. The peace we swore to uphold has been shattered. We need to understand what's happened and how we intend to fix it. I want to call an assembly at the Winged Walk and assure them that all will be well. But as shaken as they are, I don't know how many will come. It's those who are most distressed that truly need to hear your words. If you like, I shall seek out such souls and encourage them to attend. I'll help in this too. This is an important step in the city's recovery. Care to join us, Em? When you handle that, Aaronville and I will see to provisions for the expedition. Thank you. I'll go ahead and have the Landsguard announce the address. People must first know there's going to be one before they can decide whether or not they want to hear it. If you could see to the resplendent quarter in Bayside Bevy, Alize and I will split the rest of the city between us. Anything new to say? No. Be the same. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. A micro gigatender. Good point. I should do the same as this person. Totally all falls to the enemy. What will happen to us? To our homes, our farms, everything works so hard to build. Lives and communities and histories all reduced to ash by these merciless villains. I hear Valwuklamat is planning to address the people, but what's the point? What could she and her brother possibly have to say? Really? The Dawn Servants have a plan already? They've lost so much, yet they're prepared to carry on. Sitting around worrying about what's to come will change nothing. It would be a lie to say I'm hopeful for the future, but I will go hear what they intend to do. I still can't believe we were attacked. For mercy, my family was spared. I don't know what I would have done had they come to harm. I understand Valwuklamat is going to make an address soon. I'll be there, of course. Please, leave me be. My father is gone, leave me to mourn. Gululjaja is slain, and yet Valwuklamat and Valquana still fight for our nation. For us? Very well, if they would speak, the least I can do is listen. Cheerful resident, I don't need to talk to them. There's no one else to talk to. Checking on everyone, are you? City's definitely seen better days, but we can only spare so much time for a morning. And by looking to the future, can we overcome this crisis? And we all need to do our part. I have no doubt Valwuklamat and Valquana will share similar sentiments at their address. Yeah, I was gonna say. Be over here? Oh. Despairing alpaca herder. It's not safe here, not anymore. Could try to leave Tyrol, but where else is there to go? Look like a well-traveled sort. Please, I can't stay here, but I fear nowhere in Tyrol is beyond the enemy's reach. What are the lands across the salt? I know, even if I ran, I know I'd regret it in the end. I love Tyrol, this is my home, and I know the Dawn Servants would give their lives to defend her. I'll put my faith in them and listen to what they have to say. Probably just as fast to, straight here as it is to go there. Flustered citizen. Whatever it is, I don't have time. I have to finish repairing this cart. There's only so much I can carry on my back. Those hollow devils come again and need to be ready. Valwuklamat and Valquana mean well, but they're young and inexperienced. They can barely look after themselves. If we're to survive, I do not know if we can count on them. You're going to strike back at the enemy? So they're resolved to face this. So you're resolved to face me. Maybe it's too early to be thinking of running. Alright, I'll go hear their address. Stockpiling citizen? Yeah, that seems like somebody who might need to talk. Need to stock up on food and medicine as much as I can. What else is there? I can't afford to forget anything. Sorry, sir, I'm busy. Too much to do in too little time. There's no telling when those stonemen will return. I have to get out of here and find somewhere safe. Val Wicklemout wants to speak to us. Perhaps she has a plan then. Suppose there's no harm in hearing what she has to say. Resting resident? Probably not. Paranoid resident. I can't leave now. What if the soldiers come back? What those strange machines looming overhead? Gods, I have so many questions. You have a better look at them? No, it's still foggy. Ominous clouds. No wonder it's still foggy. I see. It would put my mind at ease to hear something, anything of the threat we face. Alright then, I'll go to the Winged Walk. Thank you, I feel better already. Likely better still once I hear what the Dawn Servants have to say. Ugh. I'm gonna clear the body away. Kid's crying for his mother, but you gotta move. You gotta get a body off a street. Was just discussing the gate to the Golden City with Keddenram, impatiently answering my questions. Did you not see Alizé on your way here? Seems Kryl and Aaronville have yet to return. So busy making preparations for our expedition, I presume. A few questions, more like a bleeding broadside of them. Back to my time with Galoof, it did. Charlatan scholars, I swear. Thank you once again for spreading word of our address. I fear those who needed assurance most would not have been present otherwise. It looks like you brought quite a few people. Thank you. Alizé had actually returned ahead of you, but upon hearing that you were still out there, said she was unsatisfied with her own efforts and left again. My apologies for involving you all in Turali affairs. We're simply helping dear friends in need. We travel the lands of Tural, sharing in the rich cultures of your people. I can see it no other way. What's more, Zoalja and his army pose a threat not only to Tural, but to the stars as a whole. We'll stand with you to protect what you hold dear. Thank you. Where's Thancred and Urianshe? I don't expect you've had much, if any, rest. How are you holding up? I'm fine, thanks to a little encouragement from him. You needn't worry about me either. Whatever weariness I feel is no match for my desire to protect my people. We will restore peace to the nation and preserve our father's legacy. And it begins by speaking to the people from our hearts. I need to mess with these shadows again. They look really awful. Right. We need to see a few things first. Feel free to go ahead to the plaza and wait. Their father raised them well. That he did.
Lamachi, are you all right?
Yes, don't worry. I'm ready for it. The fear, and sadness, and anger. Everything.
I am the reason to your resolve. But more than that, I am your brother. You needn't bear this burden alone. Remember this.
As you likely already know, my father, our former Dawn servant, lost his life in the recent attack. He challenged the enemy leader to a duel and fought with skill and valor, and for a moment we believed he had won. But wielding an unknown power, his foe returned from death and struck him down. I could only watch as this happened. I could not tarnish my father's honor by interfering. Many of you have suffered terribly. You've taken wounds. You've lost friends and family. As vow of resolve, I failed in my duty to protect you. Words can't express the shame and regret I feel. And as much as it pains me to reveal this, the enemy leader was none other than my brother Zoralsha.
Zoralsha? It's true! I saw him!
We believe he staged the attack from Yasulani, which has been encased within a mysterious dome. I know that you're concerned for your loved ones there as well. But mark my words, I won't let Zoralsha torment us any further. Our father gave his life to protect our nation, and I'm prepared to do the same.
You say that, but those metal monstrosities are still up there in the sky. What are you going to do about them?
The enemy is still on our doorstep, and waiting for them to strike again accomplishes nothing. That's why we're going to strike first. We are going to take the battle straight to Zoralsha and put an end to it all.
And while my sister sallies forth, I will take charge of the city's defenses. Not another soul will come to harm. We swear to you.
Like our father before us, we will lead with resolve and reason to restore peace to our nation. So please, have patience and faith.
So the resolve goes on the attack, while reason shores up the defenses. Sounds like a fine plan. Needless to say, you can count on my sword. Dural's my home, and I'll do my part for it. Hear, hear, brother. That makes two of us. Or was that two of we? Never mind that. What of the rest of you? Will you let others do the work? Or will you do your part and fight?
We fight! We fight! We're Tuliolans because we're united! We'll stand with you and weather this storm!
He's right. This is our nation, and it falls to us to protect it.
We'll fight too! For Tuliolan!
Me too! Me too!
We're all together in this!
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
We've already learned much about our foe, and we will continue to learn more. In time, we will have the means to make their warships fall from the sky. When we join hands with our countrymen and our allies from afar, we're stronger than we dare to hope. Together, let us show the enemy the might of Tuliolal.
You are the beating heart of our nation, each and every one of you. Uncertain days lie ahead, but for now, I ask you to persevere, to go about your lives as you always do. Only then can we ensure we have the resources to see our nation through these trials. And when the time comes, we will strike. Tuliyola will not fall. We will prevail, and peace and happiness will be ours again.
Alrighty. She did well. It's inspiring to see such diverse peoples rally as one. People of Taral have come together for this fight. Must endeavor to not fail them. I'm glad to see so many people came. I wasn't sure how many I had won over, but so I decided to keep at it. It was a rousing speech, was it not? It's our part to ensure that the Dawn servants can fulfill their promise to the people. Listening to Wuklamat and Koana, I was reminded of my time in the First. While the Exarch was no king, I found myself speaking before the people of the Crystarium in like manner. Through their deeds, they answered me. The people of Thrall, too, will rise to the occasion. This I can tell. I would like to, if possible, reach the next zone before we... the glamoured versions. Look forward to the day when peace is restored to Tyrol. So much I wish to see. I would like to reach the next zone, yeah. In Yasurani's shadow. Often I was considering how best to help carry out Wuklamat's plan. Well, the hour of departure is at hand. Those of us remaining here shall accompany you part of the way. I, for one, would like to see the dome firsthand. We set forth as soon as everyone's ready. I'll inform Wuklamat that... There you all are. Is she gonna have a new outfit? Ah, Lamati. Nope, never mind. We were just planning to call on you. Are you ready to leave? I am. Seeing the people come together as one, knowing they haven't given up hope, is all the encouragement I could ask for. Right then, let's get going. We leave for Shaktoral's Skygate. From the Shaktoral Skygate. Probably fastest. Oh, I guess we can just go to Bright Bloom. Man, I want to go do that triple triad, but I can hold off. We should have everything we need for the expedition. Food, to medicine, to gear. It's quite amazing how much you can fit in Erenville's rucksack. Dome appears to lie well beyond Shalawani. Good thing we have Erenville to guide us. Yasolani isn't exactly a short distance from Shalawani. The train isn't operating, we'll need to consider other means of travel. As Lamati says, let us stay vigilant. Even from afar, I can sense something isn't right about the dome. Koana and Kettenram will continue to manage affairs at the palace. Once I've inspected the dome, we'll join them to make preparations against further incursions. Everyone's here? Good. This is it, my friends. We go to strike down Zoralja and secure peace for Tuliolo. We're passing through Shalawani. There have been reports of enemy movements, so stay sharp. Landsguard told me about them. They emerged from the dome in quick succession and took to looming overhead. Display of force like the vessels in Tuliolo. Indeed. While they haven't taken any aggressive actions, I want to see how things are in the area before moving on. We'll be passing a few settlements on the way to Shalawani Station. It's a perfect opportunity to look around. In that case, Em and I will know a few locals who can help. Please, God, no. And let us divide into two groups. Erenville, Alizé, and Em will come with me to inquire with the locals. Meanwhile, the rest of you can go and inspect the dome. Understood. Once everyone is finished, let us reconvene at Shalawani Station. We can start with Satawi. That's where the Dust Watch is based, if I remember correctly. You do? The Sheriff Kimaka should be able to tell us a few things. think we're... Yeah, we've got all the currents. A body tender. Still different music. This different music? I can't remember. I don't think so. No, this is not. So this region has its own peacekeeping force. Everything seems in order at a glance. People of the wilds are brave indeed to remain here with those ships overhead. Oh, it's you two, and I'll be Valwuklamat as well. You're sheriff of the Duswatch, yes? What's the situation here in Usatawi? God damn it, that's not how you say it. Usatawi. Well, the enemy hasn't tried to pick a fight with us yet. Ships gave us a shock when they first appeared, but they've just been floating there, holding position. That said, I've received some unsettling reports from elsewhere. We've been investigating to the extent we can, but we're spread thin and haven't looked at Shishinewazi Springs yet. Apparently mechanical soldiers were seen in the vicinity. What? If that's true, then the people there are in danger. I worry about the other townships as well. The rest of you could head to the springs. I'll pay a visit to Mewaheson. Mewaheson. That's not how it is. But Mewaheson. I'll accompany Aaronville. See you all in a while. Mewaheson. I think that sounds more correct. We can teleport there. And all clear this way. Check. I think that was on my end. I saw a disconnection on there. Depending on what this ends up looking like. If the queue ends up being long, then we'll just call it. We gotta wait. The queue look like? World is currently full? That's not how that works. You say you say hey, you've got your X in line. Watch out visiting another data center. A data center travel's working. Okay. double check that the stream is still there. Like it's still pushing. And looks like YouTube is still showing up. So that looks good to me. The stream health tab. A ton there, but try this. We were in Shishinowasi Springs. Let's try this again. I'll clear this way. Don't seem to be in the area. Talk to the locals. Split up. And then I was asking about where's Justinian. Oh, you're the one who helped us the other day. Well, Lika and the others are still out investigating, and they confirm that Nodawikwe is safe. It was after the train had begun its journey back that the dome appeared. So those who ride in the train are all fine. We just don't know what's become of those who disembarked in Yasulani. What a mess. Just after we finish fixing the tracks. Okay, that's interesting. Got a dead mechanical soldier? The soldier shows no signs of life. He has been run through with a polearm. So that's the way of it. Good thing he showed up. Oh, Estinian. You came. As you can see, we're doing all right. After those ships appeared in the sky, soldiers clad in white showed up and surrounded the town. To our surprise and relief, a traveler came along and dealt with them all in a flash. Never forget the way he soared through the air, spear in hand. Shame I never had the chance to ask his name. We're all safe thanks to him, but I can't say the same for those in Yasolani. You haven't heard from anyone there? I hope Namika is well. You heard about the spearmen as well. It couldn't be anyone else. What's this? Someone spreading gossip about me? Talk of how I saved the town travels fast. It's not the discount to help my friend here, of course. We gave those machines a real beat. I thought you'd come sooner or later. You know what's happening? So, you were indeed the one keeping the people safe. Thank you. Think nothing of it. Automata aren't particularly strong. But are the rumors true? Galul Jaja is slain. I'm afraid so. Zawolja used some dirty tricks to get the better of him. We'll make him pay for what he's done, mark my words. You're going to help her, I assume. He's not Southern. You're going to help her, I assume. I see. With your contingent, you won't lack for strength. In which case, I shall remain Shalawani and keep an eye on things. Come on. That helps us more than you know. I'll send word to my brother before we set off. If you find yourself in trouble, don't hesitate to contact Koana. Koana? Brother? Wait a second, you're the Vow of Resolve. I am. And you're Zakoa, right? I'll be counting on you to keep everyone here safe. Absolutely. If more of those hollow men show up, I'll send them packing. The fastest gun in Shalawani, after all, him can attest to that. Glad to hear it. We leave Shalawani in your capable hands. Let's get to patrolling right away, then. Stay safe out there and don't do anything reckless. Wasted words, eh? Just do what comes naturally. Right then, it's time we headed to the station and join the others. Hey. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. I want to get to the next zone. I can do the Aether Current afterwards. Seems those soldiers only appeared in Shishiniwazi Springs. They've been after the ceruleum. Seems the people of Shalawani are safe. What a relief. Mewahetsoan is still safe, but the animals are unsettled by recent events. Dome is an absolutely massive. What manner of kingdom do you suppose he's claimed within its borders? Raha and I visited the settlements west of here. Thankfully, there was no damage or casualties to speak of. I heard from Wuklamat that Estinian was here. With him to watch over them, the people of Shalawani will have naught to fear. Thanks to Estinian, there were no casualties to speak of in Shalawani. The Hitsaro were safe as well. At the very least, there were no sightings of soldiers there. What about the dome? Did you learn anything of note? It's composed of exceedingly high concentrations of lightning energy. To even touch the barrier would prove fatal. Approaching it, we must exercise all caution. And how are we supposed to get inside? If Sir Alja and his army emerge from within, there ought to be an entrance. An entrance, you say? This is the, train fella. An entrance, you say? Just so happens we might have an inkling where one is. These are the engineers of Shaktural Railing, which operates the train between Shalawani and Yasulani. When we went out to recover the train, we had ourselves a look at the dome through the telescope. It was then we saw it, a large fortress-like structure that looked like it straddled the dome's edge. You're telling us part of it is inside? Part of it outside? That seems to be the case, yes. While we only observed from afar, the soldiers were coming and going from it. From that, I have to say it serves as a passage between the outside world and whatever's inside. But as you expect, the area was heavily defended. It won't be easy to get near. Do you know what became of the passengers who went to Yasalani? Oklamat's nursemaid was among them, a woman named Namika. What? I'm afraid not. Those passengers who were heading back here are accounted for. I can say for a fact that everything was fine when we arrived in Yasalani. But when the big tremor struck not long after we left the station, I hit the emergency brakes and looked back. All I could see was the dome. What's more, the fortress sits right on the tracks of all places. What are the odds of that? Assuming this fortress serves as a means to pass through the dome, we should first determine how we're to reach it undetected. I don't care if we're detected. I say we smash our way inside. Despite how it sounds, I actually gave this some thought. Zawalja wants me to prove that I'm Father's worthy successor. If I fail, he'll destroy Tuliola. By charging in head-on, I make my intentions plain as day. In doing so, keep his eyes on me. Bold strategy. I like it. Of course, your plan will be no good if you're cut down before reaching the base. What you need is something that'll get you there quick and break through their defenses in a single decisive blow. And we'll have just that. Another dungeon that starts on a train. Since the tracks go straight to the fortress, we reinforce our train with armor, load her up with all the fuel she can carry, send her hurtling at it to explode on impact. Chief, have you gone insane? Well, you were just saying how relieved you were the train's in one piece. Now you want to turn it into a bomb? Train's not important. My dream was to have railroads running from coast to coast, remember? These invaders have their way. There may not be any more railroads, let alone trains to run on them. Is that what you want? I haven't seen a clenched fist in a while. It's a sacrifice we have to make. These good folks are willing to put their lives on the line to get inside that dome and put a stop to all this. Least we can do is help. But Chief, listen, no matter how hard things may get, no matter how many times we fall, we can always get back up. As long as we're alive, we can always build another train. Have faith and quit your complaining. But what if we fall really, really hard? There's no getting back up if we're dead. No one's dying on this train. I'll see to it myself. Needless to say, this will be a one-way trip. Jump off at the last moment if we don't want to go out in a blaze of glory. You alright with that? There's no change in her mind, is there? Just promise me you'll be careful out there, honey. Flat dash. I'm not gonna say that bottom one. I'll hold you to it. Can't start a family business without her, much less a family. Be a lie to say the loss of the train doesn't concern me. With good friends and my loving wife beside me, that's all I really need in the end. Well, at least it'll go down as a legendary train that saved her all. That it will. But first, we've got work to do so she'll look the part. I don't know much about Magitech, but if there's anything I can do to help, you need but say the word. We'll keep that in mind. If any of you are willing to help and lend a hand, there's work that needs doing over at the storehouse. Ooh. Damn it. Hold on one second. I don't remember if I did something, and I definitely need to. I think I did, but I want to triple check. I'll have to send an email. No, I did not. Damn it. Alright, let's see how I have to do this. I click here. Quest new punch. Out day. I'll have to send an email tomorrow. It seems we have a path forward. I believe this is a good time for me to return to Tuliolol and inform Koana of the situation. I shall return as well. I have new investigations to pursue. The dome's elemental aspect is similar to that of the gate in the Golden City. If we can identify a connection, we may learn something useful in our fight. It's one mystery after the next, but at least we're not without clues. May not be easy, but I know we can get through this together. Whoa. That was a frame rate drop. But only having just met them, I can see how important the train is to Obalika and the engineers. Can't let their sacrifice be for nothing. Right, is this gonna be... No, we got more to do. Alright, I'm gonna call it here. Don't think we're gonna don't want to go too long. Even though I got time, I don't want to add more days of giga grinding. So I'm gonna call it here. Let's head on back to town. So we're inside the sanctuary. Perfect. Go from there. Thank you so much for watching. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like on your way out, I'd be greatly appreciative. If you would like to know when I go live for the next of these Let's Play Dawntrails, or for a Prog Reborn streams when those start back up, you can always subscribe to the channel or join the community Discord. !Discord gets you that Discord invite link. Yeah, so we got it through a little bit today. We finished off our first go round in this zone, and really started off the inciting incident of the second half of this of the MSQ here. And it seems like I think we're probably gearing up for, let me take a look at the breakdown of dungeons. Yeah, Catesis Hyperborea was around 97, and we're around 97. If we're thinking it's about the same number, then it would be, we've already done 3, 4, 5, 6 total dungeons. So I say we're probably close to the next dungeon. And it might be literal Tower of Babel. We're gonna jump on the train, make our way there. But don't know for certain. We'll see when we see. That's gonna do it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time I see you.